Such a good transition, though. You know it was.
Yeah, it was.
We can go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Do you ever...
What a quality start this is.
Do you ever have a dream where... Episode 40.
Oh, God.
We've made it.
Barely.
We've made it.
Barely.
We're middle-aged. These episodes are getting some gray hairs on them.
Yeah, as am I.
And, we joked we were going to lead into the USA game. I think because we're talking about 40, maybe we should just start with talking about someone else who's in his 40s who's drawing a lot of news nowadays.
This is what kind of charades are you playing?
We'll just jump right into the NBA free agency frenzy.
Huh? Oh, free agency. Okay, you're talking
LeBron James.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah, no.
I was like, Jaylen Brown is not that old. Is that what we're going?
In terms of free agency, some of the trades that have happened following the draft, we hit most of NBA last week, but there's been a lot of news.
There has been
a lot of news.
I haven't really seen much of it, but yeah.
That's okay. I think in terms of the biggest story, LeBron's probably the safest place to start.
Yeah, it's definitely safest. I'll give you that. I wouldn't say that's the biggest news though.
I gotta be honest. In terms of the last week, maybe the only other thing that's not as big, but in my opinion should be big, will be a trade we talk about later that maybe happened in Canada.
True. Here's my take.
Okay.
What was LeBron's statement?
I don't have it pulled up.
I'm fairly certain it was just, I'm not going to play for the Lakers next year.
Correct.
If anybody, he's retiring.
He's not.
No,
I guarantee you he's not. It's probably a top 5 landing spot for him is like Cancun, but like,
it's the golf course now. Let's be honest.
Come on.
He's a golfer now.
But no, I think we're going to get one more year out of LeBron. And I think after this rant of all of the LeBron fallout between the last 7 days, we'll talk about it.
We'll see. Listen, if this was mid-season and he said this, if like, how it goes with free agency and extensions and whatnot mid-season, if they made it to that point, could have extended him and missed the date, and now it's like, well, now he's a free agent at the end of this season, like he was this year. If he says it during that moment, with the season going, all that, it's retirement. And the reason why is golf. That's the answer. Now that he's enjoying golf in his like time off, at bare minimum, he's already like, yeah, we're later Lakers, leaving the door open. I'm not convinced that 3 months, 4 months, 5 months down the road, he's like, well, I'm retired from basketball, but I'm not a retired athlete yet. I'm picking up golf.
Here's where we're going to go with this. And I don't know how much you know of the whole story. Like you said, you've been pretty neck deep in work.
Yes.
But let's just start from beginning of the offseason. Everyone knows this is old news. There was rumors that the Lakers were going to move off of LeBron anyway. So
it was their decision.
Well, technically, no. So there was speculation from a lot of
boo-boo.
Well, yes, technically there was speculation that they were going to send him back to Cleveland for that part 3, reunion, whatever you want to call it. But after the Giannis trade, there was some speculation that he might go back to Miami. There wasn't anything set in stone, but all the early intel, to your point, pointed to LeBron returning to LA.
Yeah.
However, the talks went nowhere. I think LeBron said he wasn't going to take anything less than the mid-level cap, and I think the Lakers, from my understanding, were trying to give him less to get more pieces, like they did as soon as he gave the statement that he's not coming back. Personally, you could go and say maybe LeBron was the fault for his amount of money he was getting, but it's something that I kind of forget. I forget he was with the Lakers for 8 years.
Oh, I know. It's nuts.
Yeah,
it's been so long.
Yeah, it feels like 3 years.
Yep. We're getting old.
We are getting old.
We're getting old. Now, how long ago was Miami then?
That would have been
9 years ago?
No, longer than that.
Oh, yeah, because we went back to Cleveland. That's right.
Yeah.
My God. So it's been well over a decade since the Heat run.
The Heatles.
Don't just slip in the Heatles. What are you... No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I slip up?
Don't say the Heatles. That is the worst nickname I've ever heard. Don't do that.
Okay.
Did you...
The big 3. Whatever you want me to say.
God,
whatever you want me to say.
The Heatles. Oh, that makes my skin crawl.
Does it?
It does.
Not 1.
Nope.
Not 2.
Nope.
Not 3.
Not 7. How many did he go up to?
I
Classic
think 7 or 8.
Just
7
stop
or 8.
talking. Just stop talking.
Yeah. So with his 8-year tenure with the Lakers had a win percentage of 59.9. So was it a success?
I mean, yeah, they won a championship.
And if we had a third person here, they would be saying, no, Mickey Mouse, COVID, there was no fans.
It's an asterisk. It is an asterisk. I'm going to give them that 100%. It's not real.
No, and you really have to point to the fact that they played half a season because of COVID.
Oh yeah,
and you got to think if they played the full,
might not even be in.
No, especially if Anthony Davis would be healthy or not.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm just going to point that out.
Now, have you heard? I'd love to hear your opinion on this, but have you heard the argument that the bubble championship was the most fair championship ever won
because there's technically no home court
advantage? Have you heard that argument?
I mean, I'm sure I have in the past.
Shove it up your. I'm not going to say that word. But shove it up your bum. I don't care. It was a Mickey Mouse title. I'm in agreement.
I don't know, man. You got athletes arguing with babies in the bubble. So
okay.
Shout out to Russ. I still don't know if that video is 100% real or not, but it's hilarious.
But yeah, it's a good one. God. Oh my God, I forgot Russ was there too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not with the championship.
No. I know that. So that rounding this back in. That begs the question, where is he landing?
Well, let's follow the trail of news that's been going on. So you know who LeBron's agent is, right?
Rich
Paul.
Yeah, I just say Rich.
And you want to know who else has an agent named Rich Paul?
Chris Paul. That would just be ironic. Cliff Paul.
Maybe.
John Paul.
Draymond Green. And Draymond Green 3 days ago has opted out of his $27.6 million
I did
option.
hear Golden State.
So everyone is kind of sitting there saying, but why? He's going to go. Well, I'll tell you why. And now this is all speculation to me. You're bringing up the whole golf argument. And what other good friend of LeBron James enjoys golf? Steph Curry.
Half of the NBA.
Steph Curry.
Every single professional athlete in the world, I would say. That is a stretch. He's really good at golf, but I would argue there's probably a ton more Lakers that are like, I love golf the same amount of Steph.
Retired Lakers, probably.
All the Lakers.
Dude,
I
don't know.
Alex Caruso,
not a Laker.
I understand, but was a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he could probably be a semi-pro golfer. He's that good.
Sure.
But my point is that there's any athlete in the world loves golf. I think it's a stretch. He's good at golf, I'll give you that, but come on. You don't go to Golden State just to golf with Steph Curry.
You don't want to go to the retirement home for one more year and
he could just do that though. You know what I'm saying? Why does he need to go to that team to do it? He has to uproot his house.
By how far though? Yeah. It's not.
Okay, so that's another good point. If it's not that far, just fly your helicopter out there.
We don't fly helicopters in LA.
There's nothing that could go wrong. We don't fly
helicopters in LA.
Come on. Foggy LA in a helicopter.
Come on, dude.
Rip. All right, P. There's a sad turn there. But at any rate, I think that is crazy to assume that he's going to Golden State because he wants to play golf with Steph.
There's going to be a lot of things that Golden State would have to do in order to bring him in.
But aren't they the favorites? That's what I've seen.
No. Technically, as of today, no. But they are close to being the favorite.
Who the heck is the favorite then?
We'll get there. So, in order to do this, by the way, and I don't know if you've seen the speculation that they're trying to bring in Anthony Davis. The Wizards have already said we're not trading AD.
I did see that.
So, I find that to be a little interesting. But anyway.
Hand up. I forgot he was on the Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
I did forget that. No ball. Just not that ball.
So the Warriors still need to dump or clear players to add LeBron at a mid-level cap, which is that $15 million we were talking about. So there's two players in particular who I think are going to be immediately on the trading block for Golden State. The problem is they're both injured. Number one is Moses Moody, who's expected to get $12.2 million next year.
He's a free agent?
No, he's signed with the Warriors, but he's already expected to miss half of the 2026-2027 season. And on the other end of it, they would need to find, more than likely, a trade partner for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, what does he do next year? That's a guy that I feel is just criminally going to be overpaid.
He already is. I think he's on an expiring contract at $56.8 million.
Is that as much as Steph makes? I bet that's like
it's probably
every bit as much as Steph. Wow.
But he's also 4 months removed from an ACL injury, surgery, whichever. I get technically surgery, but just saying. But he's still going to miss half the season.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Hear me out. If it's Golden State and they do all this and whatever, they're going to finish with the same record.
Listen, I'm not saying this is a good move.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me that he would want to go there.
This to me is also like at the end of their career, I don't know, Michael Jordan signing with Utah, Kobe Bryant going to the Celtics. Like after all of
Michael Jordan, you thinking Magic, no?
No, the Jazz. What did I say?
You said the Jazz, but I don't think Michael Jordan signed with the Jazz.
No, I'm saying this would be like if in their
that's
last
where I'm
year.
like, what are you talking about?
No.
I was like, I missed that news.
No, and he never signed with the Magic. He signed with the Wizards.
Oh, that's what
technically.
I meant. Yeah, mid Magic Wizard. You can get that confusion at least, right?
A little bit. I see the correlation.
Yeah, I was thinking Wizards. You're right. But yeah, I said Magic because why not?
Yeah, it just to me that's where it kind of doesn't make sense. But you know what? There's a lot going on in the NBA right now that just doesn't make sense anymore.
Now, I'm gonna ask the dumb question here.
I'm here to answer a dumb question.
Do you think he wants to get away from his son?
Listen, he's on his way to go get milk right now. Right now.
Do you think that's what this is about? Is like, God, I brought him into this league. I didn't know what I signed up for. I can't. He's baggage. He's shadows.
There was speculation that if he decided to go to Miami would actually pursue Bronny in an attempt to appease LeBron.
No, I'm sorry. If there's one thing you don't do, it's take your kid to South Beach. You don't do that.
I mean, he kind of did at one point. He was just a literal kid.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
That's true.
I don't know.
That's true. Yeah. Either way, it's going to be an interesting summer of LeBron James saga drama.
Oh, without question. So to your
over
point,
under number of interviews we're going to get.
8.
Yeah, it's probably going to be more.
Well, I think there's only 3 teams that are out right now, and one of them now is the Spurs. So
I'm not talking interviews with other teams. I'm talking how many press releases is LeBron going to do about this?
I redact my statement.
37?
Well, in that case, 1, and it's going to be the third decision?
Yeah, that's my point. It's like there's going to be some notoriety out there.
So that being said, we have odds that were updated as of today for where LeBron may land next. Do I start at the bottom, or do you want me to start at the top?
How many teams are there on this list of yours? Because if you're going through all 30 teams, okay,
only 10.
That's better. Bottom of the list is trick question. Are the Lakers on this list?
Yeah, they're the bottom.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You can't come out and say we're done, and then be like, well, oopsies.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, that's crazy that they're number 1. But I'm glad I said that. Lakers are number. When I say 1, I mean bottom of the list. Yeah, not top. Next up in order, I'm gonna say the Jazz.
It's actually the Spurs who are also out at plus 2,500.
Okay. Just give me the list. Run it down.
Next is Minnesota Timberwolves at plus 2,000. The Knicks at plus 2,000. The Washington Wizards at plus 1,500. The Denver Nuggets at 1,200.
Why are the Wizards just doing everything? They got to stop. They got to just
I guess
chill.
they have the cap space.
Yeah, and they got the number 1. They got AJ.
And Trae Young and Anthony Davis. And I'm not saying Trae Young would be the reason I signed with the Wizards.
Wizards making playoffs. No? We don't think? Wizards offs?
Even if LeBron went there, you got to imagine Trae Young's probably going to get hurt. And so is Anthony Davis. Probably. That's probably. The more the probable is Anthony Davis.
Both of those guys, over under 70 games combined. That's my point.
I would say over. I'd probably give it 75.
But that's going to be a close line.
We'll keep an eye on that. We will keep an eye on that. So I said the Nuggets at plus 1,200. Okay. The next team, which is a team I did not know was going to be in this race at all, and with decent odds, the Philadelphia 76ers at plus 700.
When was this list up?
Today at 1 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could kind of see it. They're wheeling and dealing. Wheeling and dealing. They don't have a lot of first-round capital. Not that they need to trade him, but
no.
Why do they need it? Sign the guy. What are they? They've got it. They don't have enough cap space. There's no way.
They could use a power forward now. Tobias Harris is gone, which we'll get to later.
Okay.
But next up, Miami Heat at plus 600.
Okay.
Golden State at 150. and the Cleveland Cavaliers at 130.
It's going to be the Cavs. It's got to be the Cavs, right?
Listen,
he's going to do one more tour there as like his send-off, like, Cleveland. I don't like it, but you know that's going to happen.
Listen,
plus they're competitive enough that I think he thinks he can make a run.
But they're talking about trading Evan Mobley away, and I can just sit here and say for a fact that they're probably going to need to keep him if they're going to get LeBron. LeBron's going to have some clauses in there, and I mean, yeah, they're going to have to move one of either Evan Mobley or Jarrett Allen. And it's probably going to be Jarrett Allen.
Yeah.
But after Walker Kessler's moved, after Nick Claxton got picked up by the Bulls, I don't know where the market for Allen goes at this point. But that's kind of a Cleveland problem.
Yeah,
I mean...
Yeah. Is there an oddball out there that's not listed, though?
Ooh.
All of these seem reasonable.
What about Oklahoma City?
That's kind of where I was going with it, dude. That's kind of where I was going with it.
Yeah.
All of these seem reasonable, but it would be torture to a certain individual if LeBron James signed with OKC.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love that.
I will say, and I mean, just looking at some of these teams, like, yeah, it'd be cool to see like an oddball like Washington, or
yeah.
I wouldn't call Denver an oddball, but like he's going to a city that's going to help his brand 1,000%.
Wait a minute. Run me that list over just quickly. Don't give me the odds. Just run the
Cavaliers, Warriors. Heat.
Give me locations.
Okay, Cleveland, Golden State, Miami, Philadelphia, Denver, Washington, New York, Minnesota, San Antonio, LA.
Okay, I am between New York, Philly, and Miami. Because per capita, those places have a lot of golf courses, and they're really nice.
You know,
we gotta take geography into the equation here.
And that being said, and I don't know how the golf courses are this way, but if I could throw my own wild card into this, what about Toronto?
I don't know what that's like.
You know?
I mean, yeah, in theory, he's not going to be playing a lot of golf when it's cold up there, but like, God, you don't go from Southern California to Canada. That's a fair point.
It's an entirely
fair leap and a bound, but it would be interesting.
This would be like a Shohei Ohtani type deal. Like, I feel like Toronto may come into the mix at some point, but that'll be about it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah. Toronto just traded for Kawhi back, right? Or did they sign with him?
No, they actually traded. So I'll just jump down real quick because
I still got it, boys. I haven't had one lick of news, but I still got it.
Kawhi is back with Toronto. The Clippers will receive Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, an unprotected first round. God damn it!
If you really slow down that first part, it sounds like something grade A.
Two unprotected first round picks in 2031 and 2033, and
Nicole is back.
Yeah, 2030 and 2033 second round picks, and a 2027 first round swap. Nice. So, you know, in my opinion, it's nice to see Kawhi go back to an organization that might benefit from having him versus the other LA team that all they did was make scandals and make weird ways to pay their players.
Okay, I have a hot take, and I don't know if it's even that hot.
Okay.
Since he won with Toronto, that finals, way back when. Know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What was that, 2023?
No.
2024?
No.
2021?
No. That may have been 2019.
No.
2018.
No chance. Doesn't matter, though. But my hot take is that since winning that, there has been no greater fall off in professional sports than Kawhi Leonard.
False.
Really?
Very false.
Give me somebody else then.
I can just think of...
Yeah, see?
No. Give me a second.
We're not talking somebody that's bad and just stays bad or was okay and then really sucked.
Correct.
We're talking peak of like, yeah, this guy's like a top 5 player in the NBA to now, I don't hear his name. Well, I do hear his name, but it's usually in like news articles about how he's getting paid under the table and whatnot. But that's neither here nor there.
Maybe
Toronto gonna be able to do that? What does Canada tax law look like? Can they just slide him some bills under the table?
Money?
Yeah.
Listen, if I'm going to have to throw a name in here, just because I know it's taking me a minute to pull up the stats I wanted to pull up, I would think James Harden is more of the fall off than Kawhi Leonard.
But I don't know that. That's a good point. He did win an MVP. You're right. You might be right on that. It might be right. But I don't know. I take my perspective is championships, I guess.
Fair. I know.
But yeah, that's a good one.
ESPN had posted a little tidbit of information, and I think so. He missed the 2022 season, from what I'm remembering, with the Clippers.
Correct.
In the other 6 years that he played with LA, they were basically in like the 95th or higher percentile when Kawhi's on the court.
Yeah, when he's on the court.
Correct. And based on the statistics and the numbers that Kawhi has put up, comparing him to Giannis, technically Kawhi is the biggest asset that was moved this free agency or this offseason thus far.
What are you saying?
I'm just repeating what I saw
I
earlier.
know you're just repeating something that you read online, but what does it mean? What do the numbers mean, Mason? I'm so lost on that comment. Based on his numbers? Like in terms of money, or are you saying like in terms of stats?
It would have been...
This is a genuine question. My brain is just not computing what you said.
If it's not, I mean, probably defensive efficiency, offensive efficiency.
So it is stat-based.
I would imagine so.
This is not a throwing shade. This is me. I have no idea.
I'm trying to type in a question that you asked me like 5 minutes ago, and my brain is just it's a cog in the wheel.
Not important.
So yeah, I would just imagine in terms of just player efficiency being on the court.
Okay. So he was the biggest value move. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily buy it.
Well, I don't
buy it. I'm sure there's stats out there that, numbers lie, or men lie, women lie, numbers never lie, right? And that's saying.
That's true. And I was correct. The Raptors won in 2019.
Oh my God, that makes me feel even older than the Heat thing from earlier.
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That was 7 years ago?
And they won it in Oakland.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot they played with Kevin Durant on the court against them, right? Well, partially.
He was in the building.
Yeah,
he was technically on the court.
I remember that one. That was a very memorable finals. That might have been the last memorable finals,
and that was a very memorable run.
Yeah,
I mean that 3-point bucket
against Philly too. I love that.
Joel walking to the locker room crying.
Oh, it was great. God. What a great postseason. That was the moment that it fell off for me. Wow. The next year's one was a bubble COVID. And everything else. Yeah.
And then now water's finding its balance a little bit.
Nah.
I'm
not paying it any more attention than I was in 2020.
Okay.
Actually, I might be paying a little bit more. But yeah, it's not finance level yet.
Listen.
Hey, how about this? If Bulls are good, if Caleb Wilson turns out to be a stud, if he's rookie of the year type, I might be back in.
And, listen, while I wait for this to load back up, I think that's a good place to turn to. Did you see the Bulls sign Norman Powell?
I did. I actually did.
That, I'm on the fence about it.
Too old. That's my take.
I don't necessarily say too old, but I think too much. We paid too much.
I guess that's
2-year, $45 million.
Yes,
for an aging vet.
That's kind of where I was going with the too old for the compensation paid. Also, would be a really good signing for this roster had they done it 5 years ago. Maybe more.
Yeah, technically. But, and I mean, my brain went a lot of places when I saw this because I was like, how many point guards or guards are we going to have? And then I didn't realize I don't know if we
tallest
cut them.
Lineup in the league.
No.
Yeah. Bulls are.
Okay, hold on. So, yeah, you're not wrong. I was thinking, God, you just
get your brain together.
Throwing wrenches at me
know.
Today.
When do I not?
So the Bulls also traded for Colin Sexton and Anthony Simons during the
I believe
deadline.
It's Anthony Simmons. No,
Simmons?
Is it Simmons?
I thought it was Simons, but
Simons. I've always called him Simmons.
But anyway, they traded for them. They both walked. I'm pretty sure Sexton's with LA and Simons or Simmons is with Philly now. So
sounds right.
Okay, makes sense. But now you got to think about the starting lineup, and it's going to go Giddey at point guard.
Yep.
It's going to go Norman Powell.
Yeah, I guess
it's got to be Powell at 2.
With what you paid him, yeah.
Caleb
Williams, small forward, or is he more power?
He's probably going to be the power forward because you got Buzelis, who's probably going to play the small.
I forget.
Caleb Wilson.
Buzelis, he might be taller.
I don't know. Actually, they're the same height.
Okay.
But hey, maybe you got to wonder if Noah Essengay is going to take over a starting spot when he comes back. I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen.
That's right. I forgot we drafted a Frenchman, 7th overall a few years back.
He was top 10 pick for sure.
Yeah. That was a great pick. Woohoo. Love that one.
He got hurt, but he'll never live down that infamous photo
Which one?
The one where he's getting dunked on in the
Yes,
summer camp?
That was a bad one. That was really bad.
Yeah.
Who was dunking on him? Was it No, it wasn't Wemby. It was
No.
I know which one you're talking about though. That was bad.
Summer league, yeah.
That was bad.
But yeah,
Bulls suck. Once they're good again, I'll be back in. Until that day,
it'll be interesting. I mean, to the point we talked about last week with Thiago Splitter coming in, I think he can get us back to the play-in.
He's the tallest head coach since Bill Winnington. I said this 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
Tallest lineup in the NBA. We're just going height, baby.
That's true.
I like that, actually.
He may just sub in at one point if we need him to.
Okay, that should just be a rule. That should just be a rule that, like...
That'd be great.
Because, like, then you got to think, like, we can either get, like, a Greg Popovich type of deal, but, like, maybe not the best example, but you get my point, though. That guy ain't playing. Greatest basketball mind still living, I would argue.
Yeah.
Maybe there's somebody else out there, but, like, great mind for the game, awesome coach. You would never put that guy in a lineup, period, end of discussion. Thiago Splitter, though, I mean, God, he could be the 11th man out there. You never know.
Easy.
You never know.
Easy.
Like, that should just be the rule. Like, and so teams now have to decide, do we want the mind or do we want the body? Or do we want some merger of both?
Yeah, let me get a little Bermuda Triangle going.
Like, when Steph becomes a coach, if that's a rule, that's the greatest coach of all time. That guy can spot up threes until he's 60. You know that. You know this.
Yeah.
That would be an awesome electric movie. Like, all right, Steph's taking off the tie. Tie's coming off.
Or hold on. Forget the ties. We'll just implement like baseball managers. They have to wear a jersey. You know what I mean?
That's another rule that just should be in every sport. Every sport should be
if you're the coach or manager,
like the longest yard, you got Nate Scarborough sitting there, like fully geared up, coaching the team with the helmet on and everything on the side. We need that. We need that in every single sport.
You can hire us anytime.
God,
anytime. We're happy to help build your league, improve your league.
Especially in basketball, though, that would make this is where my brain goes. I would take one look at a guy and be like, oh, you're going to look really bad in a jersey here. Like, you better have something to cover them shoulders. You are big.
Hey, maybe that's why these coaches are getting younger and younger and younger. It's just trending in that direction.
I think we just fixed all sports.
That's it.
I think we'll
have an episode soon where we just implement just crazy rules about what we think would benefit or help a league.
We should do that.
We've got ideas for sure, bro. For sure.
God, I love that idea.
Speaking of... I don't know if you call it an idea. I guess it was just a thought, and it's an
idea. That's a synonym.
Well, yeah, no, but the whole Jaylen Brown thing, dude.
Yeah, it was the worst transition I've ever heard in my life.
Because it was one of the worst trades I've seen in the last decade.
He goes. Speaking of ideas, how about we talk about Jaylen Brown? That's the idea.
Yeah, that's about how this trade was, in my opinion.
That was nuts. So what was it? 2 first rounds, a second.
2 firsts
and
Paul 2 seconds.
Oh, it's 2 seconds as well.
And Podcast P.
Podcast P, baby.
Yeah.
Worst salary of all time, I heard.
I don't see why you don't just put up with it for another year.
Yeah,
honestly.
That's so stupid.
I get sure you trade your guy now, kind of like Myles Garrett, right? When do you capitalize on getting the most for your player?
Then, in that case, why didn't you do it last year?
Why would you trade him, first of all, in the division?
Yeah, that's a great point. Forgot about that one.
For an aging guard who also has his own injury history.
This makes no sense. Literally makes no sense. Unless Jaylen Brown said, I'm not going to play for that team. He didn't have a no trade clause or nothing, right?
No, and so before we go into this, obviously there was rumors going in following the NBA season that they were likely going to move Brown. Or
there was rumors during the playoffs.
Correct.
Before the season ended.
So I think we may have talked about this last week when we talked about Giannis. They actually attempted to move Jaylen Brown before they accepted...
For Giannis, I heard.
Yes.
Yeah, we
before
did
the
talk,
Heat deal.
I think about this last week.
The other 4 teams that were interested, obviously there were several suitors. I think there was 8 to 10 teams that were interested. But the 4 biggest players in it were the Trailblazers, the Hornets, where'd it go? Where'd my list go? The Hawks and the Clippers. And that didn't work out.
Yeah. But whatever. That is a crazy landing spot for him. I still can't get over it. Now,
blows my mind.
Begs the question. I mean, so Philly beat Boston.
Okay.
New York pretty much manhandled Philly, as they did everybody. Did they play right?
Yeah.
Does this now thrust Philly into like that sound number 2 spot on the East?
Listen, if Joel Embiid can stay healthy,
Yeah, they might be the best team.
They're definitely going to be a top 4. I will say
it's wide open again.
Now this might be my hot take. I think Philly will be a better team than Boston next year.
I would agree.
Although there's a stat that I found that I don't know if you saw this.
You seem to do that.
I do find stats. It's what I do. In the last 4 years with the Boston Celtics, when Jaylen Brown is not playing, the Celtics have a record of 47-10.
I have seen this. I have heard this.
So, as much as I want to talk on it, I don't know. I don't think Boston has done enough to replace Jaylen Brown first and foremost.
Well,
but
let's just extrapolate, right? So
Go ahead.
When Jaylen Brown is off the court, they're better. Probably for personality reasons, probably for chemistry and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Paul George. We're talking playoffs? Playoff P?
I just want to win a game.
We're not talking about practice P. We're talking playoff P. That guy makes that team worse when he's on the floor. Way, way, way worse than Jaylen Brown ever would when he's on the court.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, they lost somebody. They're not going to be able to replace him, and his replacement's going to make them worse. I don't know. That's crazy. That's an absurd trade.
It does make me wonder.
How much is he making next year?
Jaylen Brown?
No. Playoff P.
Paul George.
It's probably like $45 million, right? I wouldn't be shocked.
Looking it up.
He's looking it up.
I'm trying to get to it.
While he's looking it up, this segment is brought to you by U.S. Men's National Team, where we're the best.
I can't delete anything at the moment.
All right, not important.
Not important. And now let me see if I can get back to my notes.
Yeah, I really screwed this one up.
Here we go.
Shouldn't have said nothing.
That's okay. I don't know.
So I got to ask a dumb question here.
Go on.
Unrelated to sports, but kind of related, entirely related to what we're doing right now. When you get a new laptop here, pal,
I don't want to.
This just seems like an everyday occurrence. How often are you using this thing?
Not a lot.
Okay, that explains it.
Yeah, not a lot. I'm sure I got to do a lot of updating. Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's just.
Oh, yeah, you did. Wow.
Takes
You're
some
good.
time here.
It only took 45 seconds for it to type one letter. Great.
No, we're good. We're back on the notes.
All right.
We'll look it up when we get a little bit closer to the end
It's
here.
unimportant. I just know it's a lot for not much in return.
Not a lot of input.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, is there an argument?
Nope. Well,
that the Celtics are more likely going to be a play-in team than a top 6 team?
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
The East is just the East is weird because it's like I feel like there is multiple teams out there that could be fighting for a position like that.
Sure.
But half of the East is just they have the most injury-riddled rosters. It's crazy.
But let's just turn injury mode off for a second, okay?
Well, yeah. I mean,
so obviously Knicks are 1, just in terms of where they finished. Yeah, Knicks are 1.
I'd say Philly 2.
We'll put Philly in there for sure.
Detroit?
Yeah. Detroit 3. I would argue the Heat, just in terms of injury mode off. I mean, just in terms of what they've done so far.
Where do the Magic fall into this?
Well, not top 6.
I was going to say, did they take a step back this year?
They took a step back the last few years.
Yeah.
But anyway, I would say Toronto is a top 5 team.
I kind of forget they're on the East Coast. Too.
Now,
I don't know that they are.
Now that they just added Kawhi back, I mean, you're replacing Brandon Ingram with Kawhi. Listen, Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes. I was waiting for you to say it. That's okay.
Scotty. I forgot about
Scotty Barnes. And Kawhi, I don't know. I think this team will actually... They were in the playoffs last year, and they gave Cleveland a little bit of run for their money. I think, was it Game 6 or Game 7?
Well, listen, this is all based on the fact that LeBron doesn't go to the East Coast. That changes this up, right? It has to.
Yeah, well, yeah, but there's only, one team that we think he's going to go to? 2 teams, I guess, which is either Cleveland and Miami. And that being said, I think Cleveland is probably a better team than Boston.
Well, didn't you also throw out Philly and New York in that?
Yeah, but in terms of where the odds rank.
Oh, you're saying just like the top ones.
Yeah, just those top 2. There's no way. There's no way that New York's going to be able to bring in LeBron.
No, there's no way. No. But like, if he goes to Cleveland, I think that firmly puts Cleveland in a top 6 spot.
Yeah.
Like very easily.
I think if they retain Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, I still think they're a top 5 team.
Yeah, I know. So like that's A lot to still happen here. This
a lot going on with
the
that
summer.
Lot
This
going
is the summer of hell, by the way. Can we just take a quick second here to recognize that this is too hot? Anybody that wants summer, this is what I think of when I think of summer, and you are morons. This is the worst part of the season.
You go outside, and it's immediately my hands are clammy.
Feels like 200 degrees, and it's 1,000% humidity.
Yeah,
this is
easy bake oven out there, man.
Yeah, so sorry, I didn't mean to like sidetrack, but it needs to be said. Like, if you cherish summer, this stretch of week is why I think you're an idiot.
Maybe it's our fault for being in the Midwest where it's humid.
Yeah.
But like,
it is very location specific.
Still,
people in California are like, what is he talking about?
It's literally on fire here.
It's literally on fire, and it doesn't get that hot. It's not that bad. Summer's pretty cool. Yeah. At any rate, I just needed to speak that. That has been really bothering me this week. It's humid. It's hot.
Fair point.
Sorry.
No, you're good. We'll just roll through the rest of the heat real quick and get on to our.
Now that's
a
good transition. Thank you.
Because let's talk about the Spurs real quick.
What? Okay, that's a bad transition again. I thought you were going to talk about the Heat.
I got nothing for the Heat.
I was like, that was beautifully done if you did that, but then you went, well, we're talking about Spurs.
Yeah, and I got nothing. Sorry.
Speaking of the Heat,
I'm going to crawl through
Spurs?
this episode today. So the Spurs retained, or I shouldn't say retained, but re-signed Harrison Barnes and Julian Champagny.
I missed that one, but
fair enough. They also signed Tobias Harris for that 2-year, $31 million deal. And we talked about it leading into the finals preview. We talked about it during the finals recap. The one thing that the Spurs were missing were a veteran presence. And I mean, Harrison Barnes and Julian were there, but Tobias Harris, I think,
absolutely is that. Absolutely. That's tenacious.
Yeah. I don't know. What's his name? Who was the rookie this year that they took?
Who? The Spurs?
Quaintance.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, that's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking of. Did you see the nickname that they gave him to pair with Wemby? Because he's a center, correct?
Yeah, I'm nervous on what this is.
You already know what it is.
Oh, God.
You already know what it is. It's why you're nervous.
I'll let you say it out loud.
Alien and Predator.
AVP.
I don't know if I like my nickname to be Predator, but I don't know.
It actually just took me like 30 seconds to like clock that in my brain. Like,
you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Predator, that's pretty cool, Beast. Like, that's actually not a bad nickname until you realize, like, wait a minute, one of those guys is a predator. Whoa.
Hang on.
Wait a minute. Woohoo.
There was also some other news today that dropped about the Spurs. Did you hear this?
Not the Spurs? No. Are they seceding from the union?
They signed a new assistant coach.
Oh, no, this is not news to me.
And his name is Billy Donovan.
The Billy Donovan?
The Billy Donovan.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Wait, he's ring chasing. What a loser. What a loser.
Hey, I mean, that's what he said when the Bulls got rid of him, right?
He spent, almost a decade in Chicago? Not even 8 years?
No.
It's probably about 8 years, right?
I think, no, because...
I don't know. Everything seems like it's been...
Fred...
Hoiberg.
And I think that ended right around COVID.
That's 6 years, minimally.
At least, yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. It just seems like he's been here forever. But, I can't blame him. You spend that much time with this organization, you're going to want a ring chase. They took all my confidence away from me. I just need to win one. I need to see one go in the bucket.
At least.
Yeah.
At least. Hey, that team's got a lot of young talent on it. Yeah. And I think that was Billy's bread and butter.
That's a point.
Between college and the OKC run, maybe that's the missing piece.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe there's a chance that they're going to move him into the head coaching spot.
I was about to ask, like, their head coach's name. It always fleets me.
He's basically a garbage patch kid.
What's his name? I know, that's what he looks like, but what's his name?
It's Mitch something.
Yes. Right? Oh my God. Oh my. It's not important. You know who I'm referring to. That has got to be like the number one coaching hot seat. Even if he's not on the hot seat, just the fact that you bring in a guy like Billy Donovan, who is
Mitch Johnson.
And, that's it.
I wouldn't say it's the hot seat.
You don't think so?
No.
Like, but I guess my point is like, for no reason, hot seat. Like, not like hot seat in terms of like, they finished 12-70 last year, 12-60 last year or whatever. So it's like, you're going to be on a hot seat.
You're saying just don't screw it up. Or else.
It's like, okay, you work for a job and you're really good at what you do. You just almost closed a big deal with like the largest account in the company. You got really close. Everyone said, this is great. You're cut out for this position. oh, by the way, we're hiring on this guy who's way, way more experienced than you and has a track record that pretty much exceeds you. But don't worry, you're not on the hot seat. Like, just don't worry about him. He's here to help you.
I think this conversation was had with Jameis Winston at one point.
Probably, yeah. That's a good point. It's a fair point. But am I wrong for assuming that? Like, that has got to be the most awkward feeling ever if you're Mitch Johnson. Like, I just brought my team to the finals. We were 3 wins away. And they're bringing in Billy Donovan as for why? For
your
what?
assistant? Yeah. Well, yeah. They did have a really good assistant, name slipping me right now, who just signed as the head coach with the Orlando Magic.
Fair.
So maybe that'll benefit Orlando, to your point of them taking a step back.
Yeah.
But maybe that'll hinder the Spurs a little bit.
Yeah. Or either that or it was the greatest coaching move ever done. To be like, listen, I was so close. The only thing that sets us over the top is if
Billy
I can,
Donovan.
Be a little bit more competent and have somebody.
I mean, listen, if you have to sit there and take
That's
2
crazy.
teams and say which piece is going to put them over the hump, and it's the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Mellow Ball versus
enough.
the Spurs and assistant coach Billy Donovan.
It's Mellow Ball.
It's got to be Cheeto Toes, right? It's got to be, man.
Cheeto Toes. I believe you could just say Cheetos.
Cheetos. But listen, now I'll turn it back to heating up a little bit. The Phoenix Suns made a trade.
Okay. You're 0 for 3 on transitions today, my friend.
That's fine. I don't need him to be great at this point. So the Hornets traded Miles Bridges to the Phoenix Suns.
I did see that.
We talked about what the Hornets
are doing a lot, man.
I'm kind of excited for it in the fact that these are moves, in my opinion, as someone who follows the Hornets, that are going to put them in better contention, especially in the play-in, because they're not going to be a top
they
6
need
team.
They've got a missing piece, though. They need a superstar.
Well, do you think
everybody does?
Brandon Miller can take that next step?
Not this year. I'm just gonna say not this year.
So
not with what they. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think it would be.
LaMelo Ball took a lot of shots.
He did
a lot of shots.
He did.
That frees up a lot of opportunity for everybody else. So I don't know. Maybe.
Well, but you just brought in 2 3-point shooters to not necessarily fill that role. But this trade to me, I mean, it's going to be more small ball out of the Charlotte because their starting lineup right now is going to be Kobe White, Con Knippel, Brandon Miller. I think this is where things get tricky for me. Power forward is more than likely going to be Naz Reid because he's 6'9", but power forward last year was Moussa Diabate, and he's 6'10". So do you put that extra inch in the paint, or do you let Naz Reid just be the body? Either or. They have Ryan Kalkbrenner, who's 7'1", but I don't think he played enough last year to really take on the starting center role. We'll see. But to me, like I said, with this small ball, this is going to be a very 3-point heavy team. Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal coming in from Phoenix. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, what do you want to say?
My brain kind of shut off after you said, you need to put that extra inch in the paint. My brain, it just went to wild different directions. Like, there's a joke to be had there. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm thinking about it. So I didn't hear really too much that you said after, but I agree with your points. All of them. I trust you.
Fair. But
the viewers heard it. They loved it.
That's true.
I'm sorry. My brain is broken.
So the Suns got Miles Bridges, like I said, but they also added the 2029 first-round pick and a 2027 second-round pick.
Okay.
Hornets obviously got Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and a 2033 first-round pick. Now, in my opinion, I do think the Hornets, in terms of these 2030 picks they've gotten in the last few weeks, really put them in a good position to say, we're going to give this young lineup a shot. And if we have to move these young players at any point, they're about to be the OKC in the next 3 years of moving these players at their peak, of moving Brandon Miller, moving
Hopefully.
And
hopefully.
You would think.
There's a lot of ifs there, a lot of luck that needs to happen on the injury side. Like,
I
all
think
of it.
We've got 3 to 4 years before.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying
happen.
a lot of things
Absolutely.
have to come to fruition for that to be like, yeah, this is a great move. And it might be. It might be. I don't know that I'd go to the lengths of like the OKC. Like they had draft capital that was so absurd. Absurd.
Yeah.
I don't know that Charlotte's going to get quite that.
No, and obviously they're not going to trade someone like Connor Brandon Miller for like the Paul George package that Oklahoma City got.
That's so crazy.
But
Paul George.
There's a chance.
Yeah.
It's small, but there's a chance.
It's true. Yeah. You're wishful thinking, I think.
Of course. I'm the king of it.
Yeah.
Go West. Anyway, that kind of wraps it up there, in my opinion, for the NBA news that I had.
I'd say so.
We had one that I wanted to get to, but you brought it up before we hit record. How about the USA team?
How about you? Are we the greatest? Are we the greatest ever?
First elimination win in 24 years.
Although without Balogun next game, that's gonna be real
yeah,
tough.
and it's kind of interesting that there's no way to overturn a red card or anything like that.
Also, okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna go on a rant here. Soccer is stupid. I love it watching it when America's good, but the rules are dumb. Why? We have players that are dying on the pitch. Now I'm okay with that. I also like it's 0-0. It's 2-0. I like saying nil instead of 0.
Sure.
That's the positives. Now let's talk about the negatives. We got people dying on the pitch. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. I don't need 10 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the game. Just stop the clock. You got a hydration break or whatever that's planned in there. Just stop the clock. Why do we need to have a running clock at all times in soccer? It's so stupid to me.
That's interesting.
Find me one good reason why it's like that. I don't know. Just stop the clock. And then that's rule number 1. The second rule is this whole red card thing. You don't think it's punishment enough to force a team to be shorthanded for the rest of the game? Like, just for doing something
that was interesting.
That's a crazy, absurd rule.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we're like, well, it was egregious enough that he needs to suspend one more game afterwards. It's like, dude, that was very clearly an accidental step on his ankle, foot, whatever you want to call it. Messi did the exact same thing 2 days prior or last week, whenever it was. Days are all blended now. But he didn't get called for even a yellow card. We just lost our best player, not only for that game, and now we're shorthanded for, I think it was 30 minutes or 40 minutes of the game. They were shorthanded by 1, and they still scored, by the way. How about
it was
that?
probably 25 to 30 minutes.
I don't think you're accounting for stoppage time. I believe the stat was 35 minutes was played shorthanded.
Maybe. Well,
which is an absurd amount of time. But let that be the punishment. Or allow him to finish that game and let the punishment be he's missing next game. The fact that you miss both and you're shorthanded, that's crazy.
It's interesting.
And stop the clock.
Soccer doesn't stop the clock because it aims to maintain continuous gameplay and share universal rules across all competitive levels from amateur leagues to the pros.
Timeout.
Go ahead.
Don't care. That is a blatant lie. Why do we have a hydration break in Seattle?
It's hot, man.
It's not that hot. Why do we have this is just
hold on. You can't just make a rant 20 minutes ago about how hot it's been.
We're talking Seattle.
And now
it's not that hot in Seattle. That's why I use Seattle as the... Okay, Philly. Philly's probably hot right now, actually. They're probably getting our heat wave. But my point remains. They have designated times where everybody... let's just go have some water. That's a quarter. Stop the clock.
Fair.
Okay.
The last point that the internet's making here is it also aims to eliminate commercialized segmented breaks. So...
Better, but they still stop the game. When people get hurt, they stop the game. But they keep the clock running. When they do hydration breaks, they stop the game, keep the clock running. I just think it's absolutely crazy to me that they can't just be like,
there's some other things saying that for game flow and momentum, the ticking clock encourages the attacking team to resume play as quick as possible.
How many bullet points are there?
3.
You gave me more than 3 right now.
No, but that's just the 3 right here. Stopping.
You just gave me 5.
Yeah. That I gave you the summary, and now I'll hit the bullet points.
Okay.
Stoppage time estimates. Referees use 2 watches, one that runs continuously and another that adds the track delays.
Okay, timeout. So there's a clock that stops. Do you see how stupid this is? They could just have one clock that does this, start, and there's an injury, stop. But instead, they have 2 clocks, and they go, this one's just going. Wait for it. Oh, there's an injury. Let's start the other clock. Wait for it. Stop this clock. They're just adding. It's stupid. It's pointless.
At this point, I think to your point, they just need to implement it at every level of soccer because they're saying the global accessibility. FIFA's goal is to keep the rules the same everywhere, which means avoiding complex timing systems that require independent timekeepers, buzzers, and visible stadium clocks for every local pitch. So,
hold on. You're already keeping track of the time in 2 hands. There's 2 clocks. What are we talking about?
Think about countries that aren't America for a minute that might not have clocks at the stadium.
Then don't play soccer. How do you know when to stop the game if you don't have clocks? They have time. I cannot get over it. There's no good reason. You hear me out.
Okay.
If there was one bullet point in there, it's like, oh, it's because of this. Then it would be like, okay, that's legit. if they have to elaborate in like 14 different bullet points of like, well, it speeds up pace of play and encourages people to attack, and it's too complex. That's just a BS rule, and they know it. They know it. They're making excuses. It is. If you have a clock, it can stop. That is a functionality of clocks. Just stop it. Why do we need to add a second clock? Why do we need to start this one and then start this one when I was stop it? Okay, wait a minute. Start it. Okay, wait a minute. All right, let's do the math at the end of the game. We got 90 minutes. 10 minutes of stoppage time. It is just making it more complex for no reason other than to make it more complex. And they use an example in here or a reason is, well, we want to keep it simple. Then stop the same. Use one clock. Start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. I'm sorry. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And I've not heard one reasonable explanation as to why it's like that.
We should ask someone.
Fight me in the comments. Do it. Explain it to me like I'm dumb.
Bruv. He's fully cranked.
This might be the hill that like kills me. I will die on this hill firmly. You need to stop the clock. That's all I have to say about that. USA is back. Until next week, we'll see. We're playing Belgium. That's a good team. Without Balogun, it's gonna be tough. But I like Pulisic. I like Keaton. I like them all.
Yeah.
I like them all.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Speaking of the last thing we wanted to talk about, got some video evidence of the Queen of Excuses.
Oh, there you go. That 2 out of 10.
Thank you.
2 out of 10. But you got points on that transition. I will give you that.
All right. We appreciate
2 out of 10.
it. So, Diana Rossini is back in the media.
Was this recently or was this in the past?
The reason I say it's in the past is because there's a bit she's going to pull up here.
Oh, no, it's 2026.
Yeah.
This is January.
So this is January. So this is before all the big hoopla happened.
So she's officially a former insider. Officially. It's the first time seeing it on the news.
Yeah. According to the Center Square, she's a former insider.
Center Square.
Pull it up. Let's see what we got here.
Source.
Now that weather looks nice.
Yeah, it does. I relish this, dude. I need this. This guy's out of shape. I can just tell by the way he's getting up there.
Yeah. Officer Bernard, would you please be recording my body camera? Can I just get your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance, please?
Yeah. So, you're not going to care. I'm an NFL reporter, and I just broke that Sean McDermott got fired from the Bills, and that is what I was just sending to send a tweet. I was going to pull over because I have to make calls.
Okay.
I know you don't care, but I'm just letting you know my reason why.
Okay.
I wish I could do that.
I mean, you can. There's no reason you can't be like, yeah, I was just on my phone for work. Sorry. Oopsies.
Take that so you know I'm not like some crazy, I'm crazy person, but you know what I mean.
How do you do this?
And I've never gotten to
Hold on.
Okay.
Was this before the story leaked?
Correct.
Obviously, you were on your phone for a while, right? I was on when you went under the underpass, right? On Garber Square. I was by Library Place, so you're on your phone there. I got behind you, right, by Whole Foods. You continue to be on your phone, right? I understand you have a job.
Of all times, it's like no one expected you to look at.
Yeah.
Like, I'm shocked that they fired me. I cannot believe it. You know who was on the phone with?
Who?
Brian Gable, because he lost the job.
Oh, okay.
Are you a fan of Giants?
I'm not a fan of either. So
What is your team?
I'm a Vikings fan, unfortunately.
This part is crazy. This part is crazy.
Let's see it.
I'm a Vikings fan. Check this out.
Can you see the name?
Oh my God. KOC?
See what I said? Look what I said to him though, just now. Go to the bottom.
Oh my God. Wow. Pretty cool.
Dude, I love the Vikings. They're awesome. KOC's awesome.
Yeah. He seems like a good
Your
dude.
quarterback sucks.
What the f?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
You gotta fix it.
Part so
You gotta
much.
turn around or someone else
Guess
is gonna
what? Ticket.
get him.
Yeah.
Was going to be a warning. Ticket.
You know what? Get out of the car.
That is,
All right. You can turn it off.
dude. No, okay. So the what? The irony of this, like the best part is like, that is a bad thing to say as you're trying to get out of a ticket.
Yeah.
To just be like, yeah, your guy sucks. It's like, well, I was going to let you off, but now screw you.
Oh, God.
And
man.
also, it's terrible because at the time at least, she was a current NFL insider saying, yeah, I'm very biased. You got a sucky quarterback.
Well, I will say, listen, I've talked about this numerous times over the last 39 episodes about how much she does not like Minnesota Vikings. And
Evidence.
that is the boiling
Your Honor,
proof.
Exhibit A.
Yeah. For all of the Aaron Rodgers stuff that she put on us last year to
nuts.
sign him and
It's
all of the
it does
hate
make
for
a lot of
JJ
sense.
McCarthy.
I thought you were being a little bit out of pocket. Turns out you were exactly in pocket.
That's
it. You were correct. She does hate you. So much so that she's willing to get a ticket.
So much so that she's willing to sleep with another coach and lose her job.
That too. I mean, I wasn't going to conflate the two because I think they're separate, but doesn't make a difference. Former insider.
Former insider. I'll make the connection because that comment really ticks me off a little bit. If I gotta be honest. Dude, see if she's talking like that about Kyler Murray this year.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hand up, hand to God. I was wrong about my Kawhi take. Not true at all. Diana Rossini's got the furthest fall from grace.
Yeah.
And it's been immediate. 2026 January, it was like, she's pretty good. She's on her P's and Q's. Now it's gone.
You thought at some point, at any point, that Diana Rossini was a good insider?
I never thought, okay, no, I guess let me reframe that.
I'm listening.
She got a lot of good stories.
Okay.
How she got those scoop stories, who's to say? Allegedly, there was some stuff going on.
Allegedly.
I didn't dislike her because she never hated on my Bears, but like, I didn't dislike her. I just thought that, okay, she's one of the top insiders, call it, for the NFL.
Okay.
And now she's just former. I don't know. Good, maybe not. Maybe it's a stretch. I'll give you that. Good is a stretch. But still, the fall from grace, like, this is kind of my point is like, Kawhi Leonard, one of the greatest. Now, middle tier, or I guess above middle tier, according to your stats. I don't know your stats. Diana Rossini, middle tier. She is lower than dog manure right now.
Here's the one thing that I will take away from this video. If we just got any proof of body cam footage from January, give it maybe 2 more months and we should be able to see this car crash. Maybe.
Why? It's a good point. That's a really good point. Oh my God.
Yeah, we might get a nice little taste here in a few months.
You know what it is? Here's what it'll be. This is why it hasn't been released, by the way. It'll be like the police running over as she's like bent over trying to save somebody from getting out of this car or whatever. It's flipped over. As they get into earshot, all you can hear is just, by the way, your quarterback sucks. Look who I'm texting on the phone right now. Isn't that great?
That's your team's head coach.
Yeah.
And he also agrees that your quarterback sucks.
It's like, oh, that's how I helped. Yeah, I helped him. He got out of the car because he wanted to strangle me.
Yeah.
But he got out. Dude. God. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Nuts.
Oh, Diana, what are you gonna do?
I almost kind of hope we keep getting crap about it.
I do too. I kind of want it to keep coming out.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, but like, there's been a surprising lack of body cam footage for like the amount of arrests that happen in the NFL. Am I crazy for like? I'm not. Listen.
No,
we can make a lot of assumptions here, and I think it's a safe one, but like, is it possible that Goodell is washing down some footage with state police out there? Keep this under the rug. I feel like I haven't seen a ton of like body cam footage for like the amount of arrests that we see in the NFL. Am I crazy?
I think it depends on the player, right? Because I think we got some, at least footage, whether it was body cam or not, for Henry Ruggs.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That was more of like a street post thing.
I could have sworn there was another player of recent who had some footage.
What about Terrion Arnold? Where's that footage?
That case
he's guilty.
Not every police department has body cams.
Fair enough. Touche.
That is our producer.
I'm
Adam.
guessing none of them in Athens, Georgia, have body cams because I have not seen one. Do you understand that reference? I thought that was a good pull.
Yes, of course. Sorry, I was trying to Google something. And...
Wow. Just leave me hanging.
Oh, no, of course. Listen. Well, how are they going to have their body cam on? It'd be more dash cam in that case.
Yeah, but no, my point is that who's that coming down the track?
Go Dogs.
It's the mean machine in the red and black. Dogs. And by mean machine, I mean a Dodge Challenger going 135 with the Georgia football player behind the wheel.
Definitely.
I've not seen one body cam footage out of that state.
No. Well, that might be the SEC
covering things up. Absolutely the SEC covering it up. Oh my goodness.
That's my take. But that was it for episode 40.
Wow.
That was all the takes I had. Got anything else before we?
No, but I just realized like we're coming up on 1 year doing this. It's kind of nuts.
Correct,
It's kind of
actually.
nuts.
Yeah.
MLB All-Star break was like right around the time, right?
Yeah.
I remember
Actually,
that.
that was our first thing. Yeah, I just sent Adam a picture of us kind of setting up the table over here and everything.
Nice.
And yeah, it was. It doesn't seem like a year.
I know.
At all.
I know.
At all.
It really doesn't. And that's why 2019 doesn't seem like it was 7 years ago, but it is.
No. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's about all then.
And in that case, thank you so much for watching. Have a happy 4th of July, which, by the way, it's July 2nd today.
This is true. Wait till the end.
Well, we kind of started a little hot, but
Somebody's going to discover this in December and see my rant about the weather and be like, what is this guy talking about?
yeah,
It's a gorgeous cold winter
Yeah,
day.
what are you talking about? God,
Oh,
yeah, but
man.
enjoy that America 250. Enjoy that
Amen.
American Shocker game that's coming up. I thought it was Sunday, but it might be Monday.
I think it's Monday. Yeah.
might be. Yeah.
Although I've been saying Thursday for the last couple of weeks. Was that fireworks?
Get down, everyone.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely fireworks.
USA, baby. I'll leave it at that. Let's go.
And with that, like it, subscribe it. Let's go, America. We're
Get
outta
1
here.
inch in the paint.
And 2 on the other part of the court.
Oh.